Hello, hello. Welcome back. All right, Aries, let's jump on in. Let's see what have we got in the topic of love, the realm of love, I should say. We have got the Three of Pentacles and we've got the Knight of Pentacles. There is a slow simmering, slow approaching kind of like awesome relationship that it's not even one that Aries maybe knows is going to turn into something. This feels more like something has been brewing under the surface for a really, really long time. Possibly someone that Aries has known for 3 years, maybe in a different context. I'm feeling like this is somebody Aries wouldn't have a clue. Not a clue would be someone that they could see themselves with. But times change, people change, things change, circumstances change. This could be somebody from a long time ago. I mean, maybe Aries knew them 3 years ago. This is not an ex where it's like, oh, we had beef, we never spoke again. Now they're going to come in and try to make it work. This is more like the tree of life has been growing. Someone could like reappear in Aries' life and they might look different than they used to. It could be, sometimes it's like, oh, that's my, whatever. I grew up with them. That was my sister's or brother's best friend. And then they've been gone and we all went separate ways. And now we're seeing each other again. And it's like, wow. And not only they were, nice back when I knew them in a non-romantic sense, but gosh, this person is like, something's different about them. I see them in a different light. I'm here in Beauty and the Beast. I think there's something there that wasn't there before. We've got the World card being upright it's definitely a new way to look at somebody. And I didn't see it this way at first, but now I'm thinking it might be the reverse. Is it that they are seeing Aries in a different light? And the reason I'm suggesting that is just because we had a masculine riding in. Now we have, and by the way, we really don't have Aries here. That's why I don't think that the masculine is Aries, but that's our lead character here. And he's coming forth, but now we're staring right at this feminine, like, wow, I see you in a whole different light. You used to be, someone that I knew back in the day, and now I see you, and it's, a little heartbeats going pitter patter all of a sudden. Eight of Wands. This is so unexpected. Either Aries is going to have a serendipitous bump into somebody when they didn't expect it. This person could be riding a motorcycle. They could have unexpectedly come to town. They may do a double take, or this could even be a little bit stranger than that. This could be if Aries is like online dating or something, maybe they are talking to Aries before it clicks and they realize, wait a second, are you so-and-so? Are you wait a minute, 3 years ago, did you work at such and such? I worked with you. It feels like there could be dialogue first and then this jaw drop shock moment when they actually see Aries. It is very unexpected. This is not somebody who's like harbored all these emotions for Aries. They're going to be as shocked as Aries is by the fact that there is some kind of fire between them, some kind of interest here. It wasn't like they've been harboring these long held desires. This is a shock to both them and to Aries. And it's a good shock. I mean, this is nice. This is sweet. This is like, wow. Two of Cups. This is an unexpected Two of Cups because it's as if there was love there that hadn't been dusted off, polished enough to be visible until now. I keep feeling like this is somebody from Aries long ago past. This is somebody that Aries knew once upon a time and in a non-romantic context at all, even though they might have had a comfort zone with that person. This isn't somebody who is absolutely invisible in Aries' life. This is somebody that Aries has crossed paths with or had some interaction with because there's too much of a comfort zone here. But it has been coming to pass slowly but surely so that when these two meet each other, like seemingly, as I said, 3 years down the road, these two now meet each other and it's been 3 years and they see each other in a whole different light. All of a sudden, the love is there. It's like, there was always something really special here, but neither one was either ready to see it, acknowledge it, feel it, uncover it, explore it until now. Let me ask, in the past, how did Aries view this person, see this person, feel about this person? It's funny because we actually have a King of Wands. Did Aries have love for this person? Or did they admire this person? Or did they see this person as a married individual? We've got the King of Pentacles in the reverse. I'm starting to lean towards saying Aries might have thought highly of this person, but this person didn't give Aries the time of day. Maybe they're older than Aries. My instant thought is that they were a few years older than Aries, and maybe that wasn't possible. Maybe they were married at that point in time. Maybe it's like Aries saw them. I keep getting this vibe that it was like Aries' brother's friend. And, Aries knew this individual as like a married, man or woman. And then, of course they're like, yeah, I think they're really nice. They come across as honorable. But of course, I'm not feeling the feels for them, nor are they feeling the feels for me. I respect them. They seem like a great person, a great guy, but I don't picture romance with them. It almost seems like, if anything, Aries could have been feeling like they were seemingly a pretty great person, maybe the kind of person that Aries be like, you know what, if I meet somebody kind of like that, that'll be a great match for me. But this person was like not really on Aries' radar for romance. Yeah, we have a Queen of Wands in the reverse. Definitely not. And it could have even been that Aries was like, oh no, they're too old for me. They could have only been like 4 or 5 years older, but maybe, at the time Aries was like, oh, they're somewhere in their early 40s already, and I'm still in my 30s, but I think of myself still like I'm in my early 30s or end of my 20s. Sometimes there can be just a funny like timeline gap or something where it might only be an age difference of 4 or 5 years, but at one point it seems bigger. I don't know, I'll be honest, I'm getting 7 to 8 years age gap in this. Sorry it's so specific, you guys, but it feels like Aries thought of them as like a very nice, attractive older man, but definitely not Aries person, but they liked this person. They admired this person. How did they feel about Aries? I mean, for this to be such a shocker, I like the fact that there's some respect here, but the fact that it's such a shock to the two of them. 9 of Swords. My Aries has to bark, sing his Aries song. Why did they have stress in regards to Aries? Messenger of Coins. They may have felt like I shouldn't, like I'm married. I can't think that Aries is somebody that's attractive. Or maybe they knew, and maybe it's not that. I'm asking how they felt about Aries. And it says they felt some kind of stress when maybe they worried about Aries, like, don't be too trusting. I could picture this person being somebody that, especially if they're like, whatever, they're in their 40s and they kind of feel like they act like an older soul, to be honest. They might have only been, like I said, 7 or 8 years older, but if they were, let's say Aries is like barely 31 and they're pushing their 40s and they're like, Aries still just seems so naive. I worry about them. They shouldn't be too trusting. I could see that kind of energy here. Like they kind of worried on behalf. I don't see an attraction here. No, I see it more like, if anything, I think that their old soul like energy somehow worried a bit about Aries. Like, I hope that Aries doesn't get heartbroken. They seem like such a sweetheart. I hope that maybe Aries was dating some crappy person at the time. They have a protective energy coming off of them, and they've known battles and they've known heartbreak. And it's like they wish that they could have like protected Aries somehow. Like, you're such a sweetie, and how do I warn you about that guy or that gal? It feels like they wish they could have warned Aries against dating somebody, not because they were like, I want you for my own, but because they were like, this is going to be a tough lesson. I can just see them. You're going to get hurt by this person. Wait a second. What was the scenario? in the past, yeah, see, the moon is in the reverse. They knew something about somebody that Aries was dating or engaging with, and they were like, I I gotta say something. I really need to like explain. Maybe Aries was dating a wolf. Maybe they knew somebody wasn't being kind or true to Aries. It really bugged them. They didn't like it. I don't know if they did speak up to Aries or if they spoke up to that person. The way this King of Wands comes across, I could see them having a conversation with the person if they know that somebody's no good and they're, playing games behind Aries' back. I could see them choosing to take that message of like, you know what, you hurt that, sweetheart, and you're going to have me to answer to. I could see them being that kind of person behind the scenes. Like they never said anything to Aries, but they might have wanted to protect. Five of Swords. They might have said, if I try to tell Aries this, Aries is going to get pissed at me. They're not going to want me intervening on their behalf, but I really feel like they might have done something behind Aries' back to just confront someone that they didn't like for Aries because they knew something Aries didn't. They knew better than to try, or maybe they helped out some information so Aries could get pissed off at the correct person and move on and protect themselves. But there was caring involved. This is not somebody who was lusting after Aries. I think that they saw Aries as not naive, not foolish, but somebody who deserves to be protected. And it's because they themselves had been wounded similarly. This was very like non-romantic. Their emotions toward Aries were non-romantic. It just seems like they're a good guy. That's how it comes across. They're just a good guy who thought Aries deserved better treatment than what they were getting, not because they were holding a torch for Aries or anything like that, but just because right is right and wrong is wrong, and they don't like seeing wrong. Yeah, I like this character even more for Aries now because it seems like they would have been someone who would stand up for what is right no matter what. Okay, so let's fast forward into how is Aries bumping into this person? How is this coming to pass? Because this is an unexpected, sometime this year, Aries is going to see this person and it is going to be a big shock because I think both of them are going to have a sudden like light switch that goes on that goes, I like you. You were nice before, but I didn't see you as romantic. And now I see you. I mean, definitely, I think it's mutual. These two are going to fall for each other. We have got the Four of Swords. How is it that they're meeting each other? There could be something that, I don't know if somebody is recovering or ill or something like that. It could be an unexpected, like, yep, broke my leg. I'm in the hospital. I'm getting all fixed up. But I'm laid up and resting. It could be something where it's very serendipitous that, especially if this was like a person that Aries knew, like through a sequence of events, through other family members, through some scenario. It could be an unexpected, like, I got to go help whatever. My brother said I needed to come over and help him because one of his friends, broke his leg and, we got to go take care of his horse or something. And then it's like, oh, wait, that's the friend you meant? You mean that? Because this is like the moment of inspiration and the moment of truth and clarity. Like, wait a second. You mean it's the King of Wands from 3 years ago? That's who your friend is that you're talking about. Like, it could be something along those lines. Or it could be literally just a shock. Maybe somebody comes to town and they're sleeping on the couch and Aries is like, wait a minute, I know you. I remember you. What the hell are you doing here? It could be something along those lines. The Four of Swords is usually silence, it's resting, it's healing, it's peace. But there's always usually like some element of like kindness. I don't know. Maybe this King of Wands has gone through something really tough. He obviously can't be married anymore if this connection is going to be taking off. So maybe he's like sleeping at somebody else's house because he's in the middle of like getting over some crisis in his own life. He's definitely gone through a change. And I'm going to say it's him. Something has changed in his life in a big way, which is perfect timing. Perfect timing. King of Cups, King of Pentacles. Holy smokes. He is rebuilding his life. I swear, I feel like this is one of those perfect timing. Like the universe brought these two together, let them meet each other in just a non-romantic context years ago, so that they already had done some of the, like, the work was already laid where they both knew that they were awesome people. So when they meet now in 2025 under different circumstances, they can actually fast forward things ahead. They're in different energies now. He's got to be single because this is the Ace of Swords. It cuts things free. He's two different versions of a king, but I feel like Aries is just the person that he needs to meet right now, have in his life, shock and surprise him about, like, oh my gosh, I was a married person before, and I just saw you as somebody that, deserved better than what you were getting, but I never considered that I could end up with this Aries. Never considered that. I mean, he's very, like, arms wide open, very, I feel like this relationship is going to take off really fast. When is this happening? Let me just ask that, because all I can see with the World card is that it's sometime this year. Two of Pentacles in the reverse. I don't know. This says it'll happen when both of them are in the same frequency. What does that mean? Four of Wands sideways. Maybe somebody's coming to town for a mutual friend's wedding or family's wedding, or maybe this is just somewhere around springtime. Again, we have, Four of Wands, Two of Pentacles, all that talks about, like, balance, and this card ended up sideways. So it's like Aries is going to be in an emotional state where if they met the right person, I think Aries would be so ready to have a serious connection. Well, they're in the same exact space, only they are, I think, fairly recently single. They could be single for only about 4 months, but it's like whatever their situation was of the past, they are really, really single. This is the most perfect time for these two to be meeting. That's that's pretty awesome. I don't know. I feel like it's somewhere around spring. All right, I'm going to leave this here. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with me. I'm sorry. I know this one was super specific. I just go with whatever we see, whether it's highly detailed or not. It is just the way the story flows. So thanks again. I really appreciate you guys. Take care.